Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you lovely people, whichever one it is for you. Welcome back to Lilywhite Lane. I hope that you're all having a ruddy good Tuesday and week wherever you are in the world and whatever you are planning to get up to. Quick disclaimer, if I do sound like Sean Dyche doing a post-match interview at times in today's video, it's because I've only just woke up. So sorry if my voice sounds a little gravelly and I don't speak too clearly, but I wanted to come on here and talk about the brilliant news that came out last night. I mean, we can't enjoy things for a long period of time as Spurs fans, can we? We really can't. Unreal performance that the Decky had. It's been renamed after that Kulusevski performance on Saturday. 4-0. Sunday, Monday afternoon, enjoying the win, letting it sink in. The fact that we just absolutely spanked City 4-0 in their own backyard. And then last night, when I'm feeling good, when I'm about to go on a show, as I say, on Harry Scarf's channel, the news comes out that Vicario is potentially out for the season with a broken ankle. Well, he's out. We just don't know how long it's going to be. But by the sounds of it, looking at his Instagram post, a post from the club, it's going to be a long time. This is not going to be a couple of months and Vicario's back in. This is likely going to be this season. And this is a major blow for Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham side. Yes, he's been suspect at times when it comes to commanding his box from set pieces, but he did it really well against City. He did it really well in the games before. As I say, he has gotten better when it comes to set pieces this season. And shot stopping wise, playing out from the back, he's one of the best in the league. He really is. Pulls out 2 or 3 brilliant saves every single game. With the way we play, we need a goalkeeper like that. We really do. Also playing out from the back, a goalkeeper with, the ball at his feet, he feels so unbelievably comfortable. I think this is going to be a major blow, not just because we're missing Vicario, but because we're not Man City when we've got Ortega to come in. We're not Liverpool who have got Kelleher to come in. We're not Arsenal over the last few years when they've been able to swap and change, between Ramsdale and Raya. We've got that tree trunk Fraser Forster coming in. I mean, look, the guy doesn't really care about Spurs. He's just there at the minute to collect a cheque, a little bit like Carson at Manchester City, in my opinion, and ride off into the sunset with his career. He cared when he was at Celtic and Southampton. This is the end part of his career. He wasn't really expecting minutes, and when he gets them, he just looks really half-assed. At times he can make a great save, but playing out from the back, he's never been that type of goalkeeper. Always a smash it long type, as I say, direct up the pitch. Shot stopping, if it's high, he can make a good save because he's a big old boy, but getting down, as I say, to try and stop it, he does fall like a tree trunk. I do remember that penalty shootout last season against Fulham. So we've got Fraser Forster for the next month. Do I think he'll necessarily cost us games and it'll all be on him? No. But there'll definitely be goals that we concede over the next month where if Vicario was there, we wouldn't concede those goals. Who else do we have? Brandon Austin. I remember when him and Whiteman were coming through the academy and they were being talked about as the next big thing, like Brock Lesnar, and it just hasn't turned out for them. I don't know why Brandon Austin's still at the club. So we've got a bit of a goalkeeping crisis because for the next month, we are relying on Fraser Forster, a guy who's unbelievably close to his pension, who should be coming out with a walking stick and who's half-arsed about the football club, doesn't care, a jot about Spurs. It looks like he's just there to collect a paycheck and play a little bit more football when he can. And we've got Brandon Austin, a failed academy, promotion. So it is a bit of a goalkeeper crisis Spurs have got, and we need to go out there in January now and sign a goalkeeper to come in. But this is the problem. Do you go out there and splash out 40, 50 million on a goalkeeper who's going to come in, be unreal for the next few months? And then you've got a Raya Ramsdale situation where you've got 2 good goalkeepers competing for the place and one's going to be unhappy because they expect minutes. I think it's about finding, the perfect type of player. Man City have with Ortega, Liverpool have with Kelleher. We need to get, a goalkeeper like that. Someone who's comfortable to be a backup, but not so comfortable, that when they get called in, they're not expecting it, that can come in and do a real good job and be the star of the show at times. I mean, look at Ortega, made that save from Sonny. I was gutted about that miss, weren't I? It meant that Woolwich didn't win the league. If only Son stuck that one away, eh? But he made that save at the end of last season in the Man City Spurs game. Kelleher has won Liverpool penalty shootouts in cup finals. So it's about finding that perfect backup keeper. Do I think Spurs will be able to, knowing our recruitment, knowing the owners? I think we'll probably stick with Fraser Forster in all honesty, or maybe sign like a 5 to 10 million young goalkeeper. But we need someone to come in who's able to do a decent job. Now, An example for me would be going for Johnston or Sarr from Wolves. Both are rotating, both want to be the number one person, both are solid Premier League keepers, and both sort of know their place. Where if Vicario would come back in, they'd understand that they'd be on the bench and they'd want to take their opportunity when they got it. Johnston or Sarr would be my choices. I both think they're solid keepers. You know, you get a lot of minutes towards the end of this season with Vicario out at Spurs, and I think both of them, as I say, are rotating at Wolves, so I think both would be pretty happy to come to Tottenham. Jose Sarr or Sam Johnston would be my choices. Obviously, there's a few others as well, but I don't think we're going to splash out the cash on, you know, Mainan or Maignan. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but I don't think we're going to splash out the cash, and I don't think we should on the top keeper, but I do think we should spend maybe 15-20 million on someone who can come in and do a solid job, you know, not cost us games, and do at least 3/4 of the job that Vicario could. Johnston or Sarr would be two of my choices. Spurs, there's a fair few out there though. There's a fair few out there that we could look at. So guys, comment down below your thoughts and opinions. What goalkeeper would you like to see Spurs go in for? Do you think this is a massive blow? Do you agree with me that this is a bit of a goalkeeping crisis? Take care of yourselves. Have a smashing rest of your day. All the best. And as always, Comedy Spurs.